Hi, greetings, everyone. Dang, my head looks kind of big. Hopefully it'll look okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. I was trying to figure something out, y'all. Anyway, yeah, we're definitely gonna do this movie. Congratulations, everybody. Hi, greetings, 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 greetings. I hope everyone understands for um that sucks. It seems like it. I'm on my telephone, and I'm on my telephone, and you know how that is. I'm on my telephone and my computer um, here at my healing center, and sometimes you can have that. Those connections can be certainly different. Man, y'all, my heart is really heavy today. And even watching that movie, because I just watched the movie last night, and man, my heart is so heavy. Well, as Sister Angel get ready, let me just share a couple of things. First of all, ancestors. Well, my ancestors. I want to shade to everyone's ancestors because life is too short here on this earth. And although there is a such thing as a spiritual transition, that we, that everything lives and energy lives on, and sometimes when the body is gone, if I definitely want to shout out a former mentor of mine who just I definitely want to say, blessings to his family. And you know, see him on the other side. I don't know what's going on with T-Mobile today, but I'm gonna need because I'm trying to do actually live, and I have my phone. It's not like I'm on a certain time. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I have no idea what is going this dang on internet, but again, y'all, I'm at my healing center today. I'm kind of everywhere. My energy is everywhere because I'm still trying to process my feelings right now. And I, I don't even know what to say. I really don't know what to say, and I'm laughing. My laughter is getting my energy up as we speak. So I gotta put out today. So I'm really excited about that. So anyway, I hope everybody is having a blessed day today. I hope everything is. I hope everything is going right. I know the cinnamon stick. Sometimes when you take it ain't no joke. It's like putting 2 packs of Big Red in your mouth. 2 packs, 2 big, large packs. You know the large packs? So, no. I don't know, y'all. My heart is so heavy today. It's ridiculous. And I almost wasn't going to do this, but I don't know. I almost wasn't going to do the movie today, but I decided that it was how you doing, Trump? China virus will go away, and Chris Black. I wasn't going to really do this today, but my energy and my heart certainly, I had to do it because we're supposed to be doing this every weekend, and due to the fact that every week, so I want to make sure that I try to stay consistent with what I say that I'm going to do. I try to keep my word as best as possible in this life because I want people to know in this life that when I say I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. So it's so difficult today. I assure you. Think about life in regards, and definitely this movie. I don't know if y'all saw this movie, but this movie definitely also makes you think about life as well. And hold on, because I was having internet problems. So give me a second. Let me see if she is getting set up. Give me a second, y'all. Stand with me, all right? Stand. Make sure she's on. Okay. All right. I'm gonna shut out some of these windows because sometimes when you have a lot of windows open, it could certainly there can certainly be problems when you have all these windows open on your computer. But I don't really think that's what the problem is because it's not that I always have the windows open. But I think sometimes when people call me, I can certainly have issues. Let me see if Sister Angel is back in the room. Okay. All right, I don't think she's back yet. Let's see. Let me shut off some of this stuff. Okay, there we go.
Hey, I was thinking maybe we should do this tomorrow.
Right. I was having some. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. But I'm saying, why don't we do this tomorrow? That way you be in better spirit. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying? Better in your mind. And then like right now it keeps lagging. I turned mine off because of the quality. It keeps
I'm
lagging.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you try to restart your live stream? Yeah, because it keeps on freezing.
Yeah, I think
Like,
I thought maybe it was the internet, but I don't think it's the internet now.
maybe it could be. I wonder if it's the StreamYard, because sometimes StreamYard be
That's what I was
acting
just
up.
saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It could be. Sometimes it'll freeze up like that.
Yeah. It seems like it's doing okay now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it could have been spent StreamYard. Sometimes it be
Can you hear?
yeah, yeah. I can hear it. Just like it'll stop and then you'll be on like frozen and then it breaks again.
Oh wow. That's that dumb stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's StreamYard.
I'm telling you,
That's good.
I'm getting to the point. It may be your too. I'm almost feeling like we need to. I'm almost feeling like we need to invest and buy our own stream, buy our own you know streaming thing.
I know.
I need to
Oh,
develop.
wouldn't that be? Oh,
Yeah,
that would be so.
I'm telling you, I'm tired of going through to have you always have you having to deal with them. I've always been a person. Let's do our own thing.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because
It
sometimes
seems
these
like it's
StreamYard.
okay now. I guess we
Yeah, I
can
think.
go.
Yeah, sometimes it just be like that. StreamYard, I don't know. They just be. I think a lot of people be on there too. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people be up on here using that StreamYard. Man, it's so hot out here. It is crazy. It is crazy hot.
Yeah.
Let me
Yep.
see. Let me try to pull up some information on this movie right quick so I don't forget. Let me see. I really enjoyed the
Okay.
movie.
Go ahead.
What was it called? Highway?
All right.
Oh, the Highwayman. But Aces, if ever you feeling down and
I
stuff,
did too. That movie, the highway. Huh?
I said if ever you feeling down, don't ever feel like you have to stick to the plan. We can always, reschedule. No problem, because sometimes things come up.
I'm good. I'm just processing. That's all it is. I'm just kind of processing it because I don't know how to feel because it's not like you when you talk to somebody every day as opposed to having talked to somebody in years because we have some differences.
Right. Were you guys
Yeah,
not talking?
some differences, and you know how it is.
Yeah. And you guys never dealt with your differences?
Kind of like, have you had a job? Oh, I use it's gender. I mean, it's had a job. No, now you was really close with the minister. You was like maybe a deacon or something, or you was like one of the sisters of the church. And you was real close
Yeah.
with them. You was real cool with them. You made family,
Right.
and you really worked hard in the church. And the minister started bringing in stupid people. And you knew Deacon and the white, Deacon and all these other people was basically messing up and not doing what they supposed to do. and he was kind of tripping with you, making it difficult for you. You feel me?
Oh, wow.
So that's kind
Yeah,
of what
wow.
happened. And I just got tired of it. And I told him in a nice way that I quit publicly. I
Right, right.
resigned. And that was the last time I talked to him. And
Oh,
it was like
wow.
years.
Wow. And how long ago was this?
Like 3 or 4 years ago.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, sometimes people just be in your life for a short period of time just to
I
get
agree. Oh,
what
absolutely.
you used to have.
Yeah. I mean, I get all that, and I know I'm cool with that. It's just I don't know. I'm still trying to process it. That's what it is.
Right.
It's not. I feel bad for the family because he had like the youngest child he had was 2 or 3, and he has like a lot of children. They're
Yeah.
grown. Some of them were grown. Some of them were children. So we feel sorry for the family. He had a wife and all that. And,
Yeah.
so I feel bad for the family, but I still feel how I feel. So I'm just processing it. But let's talk about the movie because this will help me clear my mind.
Yeah, yeah, but still, it's hard
I
when you
don't,
lose that. With significant
and
in your life.
to be honest with you, I don't like. I don't like feeling. No, sadness, anger, and all those things are normal emotions, but I don't like feeling like that. I like
Yeah,
to. I like to. Am I breaking up? Real TV? Am I breaking up?
yeah, you're breaking up a lot.
Okay. Hold on. Let me log in, log back out. How about now?
Okay, okay, let it go for a while. Are you on your phone?
No, I'm on computer. I'm using my
Okay.
phone as the internet.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, like a hotspot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like it's okay now.
Uh-huh.
Hold on 1 second.
Uh-huh. I apologize, everybody, for technical difficulties. And I also apologize if
Yeah.
my energy is a little off, but it's a part of life. And sometimes, God allows my energy to be off. Our energy can be off, allows it. And it is what it is.
Right, right. And your friend just passed away today?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had terminal cancer, so it's not like it wasn't, but still,
Right, right.
still,
Yeah. Well,
it's
Father
just,
God, let
huh?
me just pray. Father God, I just pray right now for Dr. Amara's friend that's heavy on her heart. But we just ask you, just to just heal the family. Even when we're struggling in our illnesses and our sicknesses, we still miss our loved ones. But we also thank you that he is now free from that pain and suffering, Lord. Move forward. And we know that we are only here on borrowed time. And we thank you for the time that we have with this gentleman. And I just pray for my sister that she will heal fast. I know she's sensitive. She appreciated him and, benefited off of the knowledge and the wisdom that you have provided for him that he shared. And we just thank you for it. And we just continue to pray for the family's healing and also for the Dr. Amir that she will just find peace with it and be able to process it. We know there's a time to celebrate, there's a time to mourn, and there's a time for joy. Right now, it's her mourning time. So just let her get whatever she has to get out of it and be able to use that to teach. And we ask these things in your son Jesus. Amen and amen. Amen. All right.
I mean, all right.
I'm sorry to hear about it. I really am. It's never easy. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're battling cancer or heart disease or whatever they're dealing with. We are always going to miss them. And but like when I lose somebody, I always feel like I was honored and so blessed to be able to know that person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't know this guy you're talking about, but you do. You had an opportunity to speak to them, to learn from them. Maybe even he learned something from you, and you were able to cross paths in his journey, and his time was up. And like you said earlier, we really have to just, you know, don't take time for granted with people. Don't take people
No,
for granted.
no, you cannot. And it's just a shame though. Um, Life is just too short, and man, I just plan to enjoy.
Amen. Come on, yeah, and get. Like I said, you want to die empty. You don't want to be shoulda, coulda, woulda. Do what's on your heart. If you feel like you want to do this, do your business. If you feel like you want to do that, do it. Because we don't know what tomorrow brings. And you don't want to leave anything unsettled because you were too fearful or you didn't have enough faith. And no, let's do this. Let's do it. Do it. Do
Like,
it.
do it. Gotta do it. I'm telling you,
That's
got to.
right.
It's necessary. Yeah. So anyway, go ahead and tell about the movie.
Okay, let me pull up some information. I lost the information I had on the movie, girl. You had me all messed up. I was like, man, Dr. Mirren,
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive also to people when they move forward and they move on to glory. Glory, glory.
Hey, tell about the movie. I'm normally not. I'm normally like, shoot, support a lot.
I
That's just
know. Yeah, I was telling her something's wrong. It keeps breaking up pretty bad. I don't know what it is. It seems like it's getting better than it was earlier. But real talk, I'm glad you came in. I want to find out when me and you can get together so I can interview you and you can share some excerpts off of your new book. Congratulations again, my sister, to your book. I want to get my autographed copy. Hmm. Yeah.
rats.
Um,
That's a big deal.
yeah, definitely let me know when you have time. I would love to just talk to you and just hear about the book and we can see the book and order the book. Get some orders, girl. Get some orders. Get some orders. All right, family. The Hyman film. It was in 2019. This film came out. American period crime drama film, directed by John Lee Hancock and written by John Fusco. The film stars Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson as Frank Hamer and Manny Galt, two former Texas Rangers who attempt to track down and apprehend notorious criminals Bonnie and Clyde in the 1930s. And I want to thank you, Dr. Mara, for this movie because I didn't know what it was about. And as I started watching it, I remember Bonnie and Clyde. I never got the whole, gist of what went down, how they died, what was up. And this particular movie is not the type of movie where you will see Bonnie and Clyde doing what Bonnie and Clyde does. This is the other side of the men that were by the highway and the byway trying to find these fools that was going
Right.
around shooting people in the face and kicking up boxes and slapping down doors and drinking up in the bars and what they doing. And Bonnie and Clyde was something else. I didn't
Yeah, I
know Bonnie was,
know.
yeah, I didn't know Bonnie was only about 90 pounds. She was a sweet
Right.
girl, good in school. Everybody loved her, pretty little thing. But she got together with a guy that she loved. And the first time she met him, he was in a stolen car. And it just went on from there that she just hung with this bad boy in the neighborhood, right? Ducking
Right.
and down, doing this and doing that. But anyway, but what I loved about this movie was you had Kevin Costner and Woody Harrison really worked good together. Didn't they have a
Yes,
good
they
dance
did. I was shockingly. I
too?
thought Woody Harrelson did really good in this movie. I'm
Right,
not saying he's a bad actor because he's not. Where you kind of chuckle with him because you remember him from Cheers and White
right,
Men jump. And you remember in Decent Proposal, he put in a lot of films, and like he played in a zombie film too. Remember? And
Nice.
you just kind of chuckle some because he was hilarious. You know, he was a hilarious
Right.
character that you know what I mean. You find funny and you just go chuckle. You know, but I really enjoyed him and Kevin Costner in this movie. I was like, really, but
Me
now don't get
too.
it twisted. I think what I like about this role because this was a little bit um I'm really starting to look. I mean, Woody Harrison is really have made me really pay attention to him in this movie. He actually he stood his ground with Kevin Costner because everybody knows Kevin Costner is a pretty good actor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's those A with Hollywood folk that you know does really good in movies, and they really convinced. They had me call, and they was beating. They was showing out with the FBI agents. They was showing them what it was, and I appreciate that. You know, I thought that was pretty cool how they basically were showing them. You know, just because they old, because the FBI agents were basically trying to make them feel as if that they know better. You
Right.
know, and modern technology is always the best way, and it's not always, guys.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, what I really did like about the movie was, you see Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson were two guys that were big at catching criminals and just being leads. And there were times that they killed a lot of people. And when people got to meet them in the movie, they were asking them, "Hey, I heard that you guys killed a lot of people." And he was saying that when they would go into these places where they had to raid, they would always announce that they were there. And when they would announce that they were there, gunshots would just come to all the police officers, and then a lot of police officers would die. So finally they said, you know what, just go unannounced and just take them down. So one day they went in unannounced and they just took a lot of people down. And it kind of stayed with them. They didn't feel good about it because there was one 13-year-old kid that got on the bike and he was trying to leave the atmosphere of what was going on with this police, going off on these criminals. And the 13-year-old kid got killed just being the crossfire. And they killed like 54 people just in one night. And it always
Exactly.
stayed with, yeah, it always stayed with
But we always
Woody.
celebrate the bad guy, you know. That also shows you a testimony to society and how sometimes we celebrate the bad guy, and sometimes it's a fine line. That's another thing about the movie. There's a fine line of the bad guy because remember the beginning of the movie, they kept on mentioning about you still drinking. Kevin
Exactly.
Costner's character kept on saying to Woody Harrelson, you still drinking, you still drinking, because he did drink a lot, especially after he accidentally killed this child. Well, he didn't accidentally kill them; he killed them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he was robbing somebody or something. Um,
Exactly.
but it just shows you the fine line of who's the criminal, who's the righteous lawman, because sometimes lines can get crossed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because on a lot of times, especially with police during this time and during throughout history, we have an issue with police brutality or slave catching.
Right. Right.
Uh,
How you doing, Trump? China Virus? Good to see you.
so
Good.
because that's what it is. And so it's a fine line. You want to root for the good guy. Sometimes hard to determine who the
Right.
good guy is. You know what I'm saying? Because these lawmen did some stuff, and they told you. Oh boy, looked at him when he went to go see when he went to go see what it tell that you a murderer. I know you didn't murder somebody unlawfully. Then he murdered somebody, and then come to find out in cold blood after the man shot him, and he went back and tried to he murdered him in cold blood. Come to find again, there's a fine line with a good guy. I appreciate criminals, and we found out in this movie that it's sometimes it's no difference.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So I just I appreciate the movie, and what I also appreciate, and you know how we love movies that are true,
Yeah.
that have a historical value to it. Now, of course, they probably change some things. We know that because they always Hollywoodize things.
Right.
So it's always situations where we always finding ourselves looking at these movies and expressing our thoughts on it. And I really, really love this movie, and I would certainly recommend that you all watch it and really understand how the law and how how the bad guys or so-called bad guys can also be one and the same.
Right.
That's what I look from this movie. And it's a newly. Go ahead.
Oh, Real Talk was asking what was your favorite scene of the movie. What was the best scene?
I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Real Talk was saying what was the best scene you liked in the movie?
The best scene that I enjoyed in the movie, when Woody Harrelson character and Kevin Costner's character were walking up, and a murder had just happened. Some murders had just happened. They had killed some lawmen, and the FBI was just kind of sitting there with their thumbs up their butts. And of course, he was basically like, looking around, and then he was like, here's the bullet hole. This is what happened here. This is what he was just breaking down the whole scene without really, he just knew in the gate, and so certainly that lets you know again that modern technology, because they had these radios, because they had this person that they talked with, and this person said this or that, they pretty much already knew on the scene what was going down, and they basically outsmarted them. Because a lot of times I think that when people are older, people think because you're younger you know more than the elder, and that's not always the case. I'm not saying always, but I'm saying a lot of cases where people don't take the elder seriously, and they try to download the elder from breaking down, because the elder is coming to you with this knowledge, with this good tool usage. And a lot of times with the elders don't want to you sometimes just want to listen to the elders when the elders be like, this is what's gonna happen, this was gonna happen. Then when it happens, the youth is like, man, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Duh, I just tried to tell you that like 1,000 times. What the hell you want from me? So that was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah. And my favorite scene was the little boy. He was really cute. He was a runner. Bonnie and Clyde would leave, they would leave little notes put it in a bottle and throwing it over a fence. And this little boy had ran in with these two old dogs, Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner. And, they got their belly. I mean, like when you're in your prime, you got the flat stomach, you run it, they get you. You're an old dog. Right. On the pop. You got the suit. You're still looking good in the suit. And you still got that swag, but you slow. The little boy knew that he was slow. But so the first time, they couldn't catch this little boy. But the second time when that little boy came up, he looked at Kevin Costner and he said, "You ready, Grandpa?"
Right.
He said, "You ready?" He said, "You ready to try to catch me, Grandpa?" And he started running. So, but they was ready for him now because he had his other OG at the end of the block to trip young boy. He said, "I ain't gonna try to." Because the first time he tried to catch this young man, he tried to jump fence. He could barely get over the fence.
Right. He couldn't go fence. I wouldn't even run. I'm telling you, I wouldn't even run on the fence. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to be running and jumping.
No, but you remember when you was little and you used to swing over even in your dress, and your mom would be like, "What you got? Look at your legs and scratch them." I used to swing up over them. Man, I was such a tomboy. I know what it's like when you have that youth, just jump over stuff. You be hula hoop, and remember, and Chinese jump and all that kind of stuff. But when you get older, joints be like,
I mean, I'm from St. Louis, so we used to have to run from the police because I'm telling you, you could be innocent, you still had to run from them because what they'll do is they will beat you. Woman, girl, child, cat, dog. That's how St. Louis was.
I don't believe in running from no popo. I'm serious. Because I'm not trying to get shot. I'm not trying to get shot in my head or my leg.
They shoot you. No, they shoot you. It ain't no. Even if you stayed there, you'd be better off running because if you run, you can get away. Because back in the day, those cops were like much heavier. Now they look like Vince Debo. They walking out like slice. You know what I mean? They steroids.
Yeah,
now I would do that now. But when you was younger, we ran. We used to run from them jokers. And I'm telling you, and I did chuckle at that part because it reminded me when I was running from this one.
Yeah, but I tell you one thing: if I did run, you ain't gonna catch me. I know.
We was gone. We went
I always had that duck and hide. Like don't keep going where they think you're gonna go. You're gonna cut and duck. Let them.
Yeah, we hide up on the cars.
Yeah,
we'll run. I used to be fast back in the day.
Yeah.
But
especially with the big squeezing and stuff.
I can certainly relate to the little boy.
Mm-hmm. But that was so cute. Ready, Grandpa? He said, "Ready, Grandpa?" He had that cute little look, and he thought he would have outran him. He sure would have. But they had another plan. What scene would you redo, and how would you redo it? What scene would you redo, Dr. Mira, and how would you redo it?
Shoot, I don't really think it was a scene that I would redo in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I probably would have that scene when he went into the bathroom and those guys were in there and they were down for Clyde. They knew that they were looking. So he threw one of them in the toilet, his face in the toilet. And the other two guys, he had the knife, and he said, "You wait right here until I tell you to leave." Those guys, I would have liked to see, him and Kevin Costner go off on those guys, real good. And also when they went into that house where Bonnie and Clyde's friend was living, Clyde had bought that house for his friend's father. And when they went there, nobody was there. But it would have been cool if they would have went into the room and instead of them not being there, let it be where they're just seen them roll up and jump out the window or do something where they did get a glimpse of them. That's the only thing, because I like the movie, but what I missed in the movie was I would have liked to see Bonnie and Clyde do a little something. I would have liked to see them do some,
Right, I understand. I think what it was for me because I saw so many Bonnie and Clyde movies.
Right.
And I have. It was like it was great to have them to be able to show it from a different perspective. That's what I enjoy about it. I normally wouldn't have liked that. I normally be like, put Bonnie and Clyde in there. What y'all doing? But I really appreciated them being in that light. I really did. I assure you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's anything that I would have redone.
Right. And to be a detective for somebody that is looking for somebody like Bonnie and Clyde, I like the way they showed different type of police officers because some of the police officers felt like, you know, Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson were just old. They didn't know what they was talking about. But
Right.
he had a way of pinpointing things. He could almost feel them. You know what I'm saying? Like even when the car, he said, "They're coming now." He already knew, and that was so nice to see somebody that had that psychic ability to know how to do their job in a spirit, right?
Exactly.
That
And he was so connected. He was so connected. He just was like, this is what it is.
Yeah, he could connect into some things, and he realized like they were still in Louisiana. He said, "No, they're going to come back home." Everything
Right.
was
They don't go tomorrow.
exactly. I don't think anybody
Which
else.
makes sense.
Yeah,
And what I liked about it, it made total sense for them to come back home. It made all the sense in the world for them to do what I'm putting together orders, y'all. Excuse me. So I'm gonna be moving around. So yeah, I really appreciate that. I really appreciated how he was really connected to them and how he cared and how he wasn't really arrogant about it. He just knew. He was just like, okay, no, it's not true. He wasn't being a jerk toward them. He was just like, nah, that ain't what it is. He was just like, okay, well, y'all do what y'all do, and I'm gonna do what I'm doing.
exactly. No, the movie was amazing, and I really enjoyed it. Rick wants to know, who was your favorite character, Dr. Mary?
I like both of the lawmen actually. I really did. I did. Normally, I don't like Normally, I don't like the detectives, and I don't like the police, even in the movies. Okay, but I like them. I really like them. I really enjoyed them. I mean, to be honest with you, I really enjoyed, and I just like them. I like the way that their connection was with each other. It was a great connection because Woody Harrelson is not as old as Kevin Costner.
Right.
But they did a really good job at making his energy, you know, like that is movie. You know, I really think they did some kind of Oscar. And you know, when do I really say that?
What happened?
I think that they really should get like an Academy. I said I think they should really get like an Academy Award. The pictures, men that they were playing, they really had the same mannerisms. Like honestly.
Exactly. You know, Dr. Mary, when are you going to be mailing out your orders?
Huh?
When do you mail out your orders?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, because I need to get another couple of those oils. My roommate, she smelled. I had that black sugar, and she was like, "You smell so good. What is that?" She thought it was one of she thought it had gotten into one of her perfumes. I said, "No." I said, "This is some black sugar." I said, "You want me to order you some?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, I'd like to get me some of that." So I can't find it on your product. I don't see oil.
Look under essential oils. If you click on products, it'll go down to essential oils.
Essential. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Angel, Power, Gucci, Egyptian.
I'm looking for something. I hate when I'm looking for something y'all can't find it. I know that I just saw it like before I started looking for it.
Yeah. See if I can. Check out. Let me see. If you guys need to order anything, you guys should go and order. Yeah, she got some good stuff, and free shipping.
Yeah, I'm so tripping right now because I know for a fact that I know for a fact that I had my stuff. Now all of a sudden I can't find it. That's all.
Oh, well, hey, I'll be right back, Dr. Mary.
All
I'll be
right.
right back.
Well, let me talk
Let
now.
me.
Well, I like another the fact that while we wait for Sister Angel to come back,
I'll be right back.
what I also thought about the movie that was pretty good was the fact that people that it was the fact that I like how they use the news clippings. Y'all know I love that. Y'all know I'm a history buff. I mean, you know a lot of things in the movie was Hollywoodized, but what I liked about it is that um, what I liked about it was that the fact that they really, really tried to make it close to, you know what I mean? And they showed it from a different perspective because we always see them talking about these different characters, but we never get a chance to see what the other people on the other side think. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing I like about the movie, and I, I enjoyed the way that there is. It wasn't just like a quick grab. Because sometimes when Hollywood actors, get a certain type of money, or they just be like all about the money and they don't really get into character and they just do whatever they want to do. And so what was also great is the fact that they really tried to put forth some effort here in trying to get the writing was pretty good. And again, I'm 47 years old. And by me being 47 years old, a lot of times what happens is when you get older, a lot of times people try to treat you like you don't know younger. And that's never the case. That's never the case. If you're good at something, you're good at something. If you're good at that, then that's what you're good at. And there's nothing nobody or no man or no dog, no cat, no monkey can take away from you because you're just good at that. You just rock like that, right? So it's absolutely necessary to really try your best when you're doing things, when you're trying to make things happen, that you definitely rely on your instincts. That's another thing that the characters in the movie did. They relied on their instincts. They didn't wait for things to happen. They didn't just sit around. They actually, and then during that time frame, also they bonded. They had this relationship, and they already had a prior relationship, and they like knew each other and they understood each other's weaknesses and talents. And I think that's really important when you're trying to when you're trying to work with, when you're trying to do something. It's important that you understand the person that you're working with, their weaknesses and their talents. I think far too many times we don't and it's not a thing of always highlighting somebody not doing right or somebody don't know what they're doing, but it's understanding what they have that could be an asset, and certain things that they don't have what may not be an asset. So when you're working together to resolve to and it was also because there was a little tension. I mean, he had love for, they had love for each other, but you can drive. He wouldn't let him drive the car. He was like, no, no, no. And then after they found Bonnie and Clyde, after they shot them down, then what they did was they brought him in, right? So give me a second here because I'm trying to do a lot right now. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sister Angel. I appreciate it. Thank
that
you.
order just I just ordered through.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm trying to look like I tell you. Then I'm trying to have this. Then I'm trying to look for this other herb. This driving
That's right.
Crazy. Y'all don't understand. And you know where you had it, and now you can't find it. It just really irritates me. But go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, send me 3 of them, because I know somebody else probably gonna say, "Oh, you smell good." And I already have it on.
Okay.
Already have it on. Have an extra one. But the movie was amazing. Let me see if I could think of anything else about the movie. If you like a movie that is very smooth, there's no lag to it. Yeah, it's not boring. There's no lag to it. It will keep you at the edge of your seat through the whole movie.
Really like Western, like
I don't know if they can hear you okay. It's kind of cutting up a little bit. Am I also cutting out, family? Does it sound like we're chopping up the sound? Is that lagging?
I was. How about now? You probably hearing this? You about that? That's my urge.
You know what I think it is? I think you normally do it at your home. You go live normally at home, and now you're in your office. And I think maybe it could be StreamYard's not acting right, or it could be the way it's picking up in your business. It just depends. Sometimes it's clear, and then there's just certain patches when it gets. But it's all good. I think they hear enough.
Is this bad?
Yeah. You sound good now. Yeah, it sounds good, and then it just cuts out. So I don't know what was happening. Sometimes it happens to me. That's why I had to get rid of Zoom. I was paying for Zoom and also for StreamYards. And I said, you know what? Every time I go on Zoom, it was always some type of glitch or, I just said, and then we're talking $27 a month. I'm like, where I'm going with that? I could be buying me,
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I wasn't even hardly using it.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, that was I thought it'd be a good. I was going to hold off because I know this year I made a lot of money, and I knew I'm probably going to have to needed tax write-offs. So I said, let me go ahead and keep it for a while. But it just irritated me, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and let these people go, and leave it at that. But anyway, the movie, please do watch the movie. I think was it on Netflix? Or was it on Netflix? Yeah, on Netflix. Yeah, it was really good. It was really nice to see the standpoint of, police officers trying to catch Bonnie and Clyde. It was obvious they tried to catch Bonnie and Clyde many times, and they just were not successful. And and Bonnie and Clyde was ruthless. I didn't know that they were that ruthless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they were no joke.
Yeah. And there was a time. Yeah. Hey, I like your blouse. That's so pretty, Dr. Mary. I like the way the sleeves are. That's pretty. But I like the way. Nice style. Netflix. Yeah, definitely watch it. I think you're really gonna like it. You're really gonna like it. I was happy. Dr. Ramirez is pretty good at picking movies. You know, my husband watched it with me and he loved it. He was
He
all
loved it.
into it.
I'll tell him thank you. Yes,
Oh,
it's good. It's
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
My husband don't think I'm good at picking movies because when it's just me and him, he be like, "Yeah, what is this?"
Yeah, yeah, me too. Like if I watch a movie, he'll watch it. Then I can tell because he'll either go to sleep or he'll say, babe, let's find a western. Let's find out. I'm like a western. I say, just go ahead.
But that was
But
right up his alley because it was Western E.
yeah, yeah, he probably liked that style. Yeah, they were two sociopaths according to police documents. Yeah, they were. It was kind of sad because here is just two kids. They died in their early 20s. I think she was 24 when she got shot. I'm not sure if he was older, around the
And
same
she had
age.
like a whole career ahead of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was into his music. What was she, like an artist or something?
Yeah,
Or
she did some.
was into photography or something like that?
Yeah, she had a really good. She had a great potential future. A lot of people in the town liked her. They thought she was cool.
Right. Yep. Yeah, but you got to be careful when you're with these bad boys,
She was nice, and you know what I
right?
mean. So I did it for my man. Y'all remember that show? I did it for my man.
Right. Yeah, you have to be careful messing with these with even in your as you get older, the type of company you keep can influence you.
Right.
And that's what I like about I really like Kevin Costner's part because it kind of reminded me of myself. I get Woody the way he felt about some things, but I like the way, because I'm the type of person that I like to always stick to the fact, and I always been that way. I don't like to. Sure, you could be sympathetic for somebody and you can feel bad for somebody, but at the same time, you have to realize these people are making a choice to do what they do, and they're hurting people, and they were doing it in such a way that was just it's kind of demonic. Shooting people in the face and this and that, and yeah, you feel bad that they're young and all this, but if they weren't doing what they were doing, you wouldn't have to go after these people, right? Because you could be doing something else. Because they're both very talented. Seem like they had good families, but I'm the type of person, regardless of what happens or what you do, I like to look at the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? There is always mercy, and there's always, hey, we learn. But you have people that continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, we all fall and we learn. But sometimes we fall doing the same thing a couple of times. Sometimes it takes us sometimes we have a harder head, But when it comes to psychopaths and rapists and people that just want to do what they do and they don't really care, have any,
And
they
some
don't care.
people are hard headed.
Yeah, right. I just, yeah, uh,
They hard headed and they just want to do bad.
right,
If they can do bad and get.
right. And what I don't like is what he said exactly how I feel is people idolize them. You see all the people running around Bonnie and Clyde, and they were covering up for them, and like they were celebrities. And so
Yeah,
many
they were.
times, yeah, and so many times we're so perfect example. And I was telling my husband this earlier. One thing I don't like about all our people, because we're not all like this. Let me just make this clear. But what I don't like about some of our people is we tend to glorify people who are wealthy, like the pastor. Oh, I like that. Look at the pastor. Look at his suits. Look at his car. I want to be like that. Look at Donald Trump. Before Donald Trump was president, look at all the rappers that rapped about Donald Trump. They didn't care if he was a racist or not. They looked at his wealth, what he had. And so many times we idolize things that's not healthy.
Oh, they
Am I saying it right, Dr. Mary? You know what I'm talking about.
exactly.
We tend to look up and put people on a
I know
pedestal because they're wealthy. And I never was that. I was never that chick that was like, oh, look at, no. I used to always think like, you got that because everybody passing that basket around. That's why you got that. You look at the fact of what's real. Donald Trump, your daddy left you some money. You know what I'm saying? You was already have money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not impressed with that. You know, I want to press with somebody that had to, yeah, they had to hustle up on their own. You know what I'm saying? Just think if you was a kid and daddy already had your college down, you know, had your college down, your house already paid off. I mean, come on, man. I'm not gonna idolize you, and then you're gonna come up and talk about how bad my neighborhood is. It's like, you know what? Pump that, kick rocks for real. You know what I'm saying? But we tend to, oh yeah, yeah, get it. We all be, you know, want to glorify fools. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad I woke up from that a long time ago. And I said, I don't care how much money they have or how great they think they are. I'm always going to stick to the fact on what they're doing, if it's right or if it's wrong, right? Hey, if you're a come up and you're doing great and, you know, hey, I'm all for that. I'm going to support you, but I'm not going to be up there acting like, you know, you ain't dirty. You know what I'm saying? And we are so quick. Just like Jim Jones. 900 black people died. Why? They was all over there dancing and we're going to drink the Kool-Aid. Why is it that we're so quick to just follow people? Want to follow people? The cult leader.
We're looking for a savior. Because a lot of us are looking for saviors. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we want to drink the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? But then you hate your brother. You hate your sister. But you want to run over
there. They literally drink
dude. By the way. Yeah, I just get sick of that. That's like when I see people and they're not supporting their people and they're running behind these rats and roaches. Because that's what they really are. You know, you can't get rid of those roaches, right? They always gonna be around. And that's how some of these people are in these high places, like these roaches and rats. They just quick like that, multiply. You know, hide in your freezer and your toaster and whatever they can get into. And then they want to tell you how bad you are. Get on out of here. Keep it moving, man. And you know, that's what I liked about the movie. Kevin Costner, see these people are rallying behind these two fools going around.
Wait a minute, let me click on out of here. Let me click out and come back. Hold on. Let me see it. Let me see it. Hold on. Say something again.
And we got to be careful when we idolize somebody or we look up to somebody. You know, find out who they are. What are they really into? You know, what do they stand for? And, you know, you see these people putting people in these positions, right? And I say, nah. I remember when I was going to my church over here before my pastor passed away.
Click out and come back. Let's see if that's you.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay, let me get out of here. How do I get out of here? I think you got to kick me out, don't you? Oh, no, I hit leave.
Can y'all hear me? Am I breaking up? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? 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 Well, I'm having so many issues with this live today, right, y'all? What's really going on? Is it the energy? Is the ancestors? Is the ancestors telling me something? Tell me something? Is the ancestors trying to tell me something? Because I'm certainly having some issues with these lives, man. Well, today's been the only problem that I've had with these lives. I've only had problems today with your streaming, but I've seen other people have problems with their your streaming. But yeah, Yeah, we do highlight the bad guy, don't we? We love the bad guy, but some bad guys. But sometimes we love, I myself have highlighted the bad guy on certain occasions. It just depends on the situation. Now, some situations, although somebody was not the best person in the world, they don't deserve to be murdered or gunned down and that kind of thing. So that's certainly, you know, but it's just certain people, certain people is just what they say bad. Some people is just bad, and a lot of times we'll root for the underdog, and that's some of the deal. That's really some of the deal. A lot of us root for the underdog, and when we root for the underdog, we'll end up doing things that probably won't make a lot of sense for the average person. Especially it feels like, and it's always kind of a thing where it's the youth against the elder, authority against, authority can always play a hand in turning people into something else. And that's one of the things that we have to be all the wiser about when you are trying to um, when you're dealing with the way the world is now, man. I'm telling you, it's difficult. It's difficult. Sometimes it's so hard. You almost, because sometimes the law can be so bad. It's almost like you do find yourself rooting for the criminal. That's just real. That's so real. I mean, and I hate to feel like that. I hate to say that. I hate to even say that. Do I dare say that out loud in front of everyone? Absolutely. But it's really hard to really root for a lot of the lawmen. Unless you personally knew that this police, lawman was a good person and he really wanted to change the neighborhood or what have you. But it's so difficult to really trust. It's trust, because we already don't trust the government. We already don't trust society because we've been lied to as people for so. Yeah, can you stop? See, can you say something? Say something. Do you hear me?
Hello.
Okay, cool.
Hello.
You're good. You're terrific now.
I wonder if sometimes, like if you get two people on at certain times with StreamYard, it'll do that. Because I was listening to you on my phone, you were clear.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah, I
didn't know
could
if
hear you good. Yeah. I heard you asking, can you hear me? Can you hear me? There ain't nobody answering. I said, why don't y'all put, yeah, I can hear you, sister. What's wrong with y'all?
yeah, say something. Jeez. I said, well, maybe they can't hear me. That's why I kind of was like kind of dancing around because I didn't think anybody could hear me.
Man, they playing games. Y'all playing games.
I'm going to leave her in a minute. Shoot, we can get on
Yeah,
live, and when I get home, shoot,
yeah, that's right. That's
already. We
right.
should probably do this.
Yeah, let me know when you get home and we'll jump on. We'll jump on. Yeah, what time you gonna be home around? Hello?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I said, yeah, I think because we're both on your Wi-Fi in that location, I don't think it's strong enough than when you're
I
at
can't hear
home.
you. This
Yeah.
stream.
All right. Well, you know what?
God.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here and I'll be listening. Or if you get on later, I'll look out for you.
I swear, y'all. This is like trying patience, boy. You gotta have patience to deal with this. I think I'm gonna leave here. And I might just go live and have Sister Angel can come on live and we could finish our conversation. Because there's definitely some extreme technical difficulties. I'm dropping herbs and stuff all over the floor. Look at me, boy. Yeah, what the heck is going on? What's really going on? I'm trying to push out these orders, y'all. I'm trying to get these orders out. I'm trying to make some things happen. Boy, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what I'm trying to do. It's just like, you ever felt like, I sound great now? Oh, ain't that something? I'm on the brink of, you know how you ever felt like you're on the brink of some great success and you can feel it in your bones? I feel like I'm on the verge of something spectacular. I was going to try to say fabulous, spectacular. I was trying to make it as one word together, but it didn't freaking do that. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is that I want to do a live with Sister Angel tonight, and I want us to just have a real conversation. You know, I'm really feeling like a real conversation. Give me my order out. Yes, ma'am. I got you. Well, I gotta get all these orders out today. I gotta get all these orders out tomorrow. It's just late by the time I get to the post office. So I'm gonna be in here tomorrow early anyway. So I can come in too tomorrow and get this out. I gotta get this order out anyway today. Here's one of my teas. Anyway, so man, y'all, we got a lot of conversation later, but I'm gonna wrap this up. Sister Angel, we're gonna get on live. I'm gonna send you a link when I get to the crib. To the crib. By then, I would have had my coffee, right? And I'm actually the gingers. I'm doing really good with the ginger, but I really got the taste for some coffee. And I have not eaten today, so I'm gonna pick me up something to eat. I'm not cooking today. I don't feel like cooking. I cooked earlier for my husband, but I didn't make enough for me because I was rushing because I had an appointment. And so we're gonna continue this live. Please tune in. I apologize if for this StreamYard. I will apologize. So, but again, hey, the show must go on. We must really get some things accomplished. And so we did actually talk about the movie, and hopefully you all will check it out. Hopefully you guys will check out the movie. So I gotta take this with me. So hopefully y'all will check out the movie. I'm almost done with my orders. If y'all are putting in orders today, I will get them out tomorrow because I have a lot of orders to get out tomorrow, and I would really certainly be excited and liberated to get these orders out for you guys because I really appreciate all the support that you all give myself. I really feel blessed at being able to have this business, being able to help people who don't mind my help, and I love doing this. And when you're passionate about something, it's nothing, no nobody, no man, no monkey, no dog, no cat can really, stop you from doing, because when God ordains you to do something, I forgot I was on live. I was getting ready to do something real crazy, but I'm not gonna do it, okay? I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna do it. Y'all have been like, oh, doctor, she look at us, she crazy as hell. You know. So when you're ordained to do the things that the creator, have blessed you with and put on your soul to do. I know I sound God, I've been really sounding so spiritual here lately. And I am very spiritual. We as people, what movie? Um, the name of the movie was Highway the Highway Men. The Highwaymen. We talked about it. I'm sorry, it's over. We had some issues with our your streaming. So System Angel and myself, we're gonna log back on later on, and finish a conversation and have a real conversation with you all. And we might, of course, we might talk a little bit about the movie. And I kind of want to share some things with you all. Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap up here so I can get my tail held to the crib. I'm like, what, 47, talking about crib? Like, who does that? Me. I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd. Okay. Lips are so dry today. I left my well, actually, I do have stuff here that I can make for my lip stuff, but I don't feel like it. Thought you were talking about Bonnie and Clyde. I was wanting to make sure. Yes, we were talking about Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, they were in the movie. The movie was, they were in the movie, but they were not necessarily the focal point, because it was about these two lawmen that was the ones that gunned them down, that was searching for them, that they were ex-lawmen. They came out of retirement to go and hunt them down, but they were kind of set up. It's a lot of intricacies. I don't really want to, Sister Angela and myself, we don't want to give the movie totally away, but because it is a newly formed movie, and we really didn't want to give it all the way away. But I'm telling y'all, I don't really like westerns. Okay. That's more my mother-in-law, who loves westerns, and my mother, my biological mother, loves westerns. I'm not really a western watcher. It has to be something really good for me to really watch it. And I'm telling y'all, it was a good movie. I'm not like, y'all will be, it was good. And I'm telling you, I can go here, I can go there, and it was still on point. I didn't miss a beat. And it was action packed. It gave a lot of action, and it made you understand, about modern technology. It made you understand and appreciate certain things, and appreciate. Sometimes we have to go through the gist of this, and I'm going to wrap this up. Sometimes we have to go through something. Sometimes we have to go through something hard to get to a different place, and sometimes we have to make some decisions that may not be popular with everyone, and we may have to, for example, the lawmen actually had to kill Bonnie and Clyde. Okay. And because they had to kill Bonnie and Clyde, it's just something with that just didn't rest. You know what I mean? Taking someone's life, although it may have been justified, right? Because they killed all these people, and because it's their job, because it was also their job. So, certain jobs you have to make some decisions. Think about the lawyers, think about the judges, because you may have to sentence someone to death. You might, as a judge, you may have to sentence someone to life. You might have to give someone time that you don't feel like is deserving of that time. Okay. Even with my business, I have to see death a lot. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I see death. I've gone in, and I felt like this woman was gonna die, and I had to help her to find and make peace with her death. Okay. So I see a lot of death. I've seen, because I'm also a birth doula. However, it's not a passion of mine, so it's not something I really want to do. I am trained to do it, but I don't really necessarily want to do it unless I have to. I assure you. But nevertheless, death and life does go hand in hand. And for sometimes a lot of decisions that I have to make, sometimes I might not be able to work with a particular client because what their needs may be something more and bigger than what I could do for them. And that also breaks my heart, and I have to make those tough decisions because it's not always about the money. You know what I mean? So in life, and that was also a thing. And the thing is, he was asking him, "Can you kill a woman?" That was asked throughout the whole entire movie. Can you kill a woman? Can you kill a woman? And it was kind of like, and he did it. So that's something also we have to think about. We have to also think about that. But anyway, let me go ahead and get off this phone. I'm getting ready to see. People will call and call and call me. But thank you so much, Nelma Shet. I appreciate your energies.